Welcome to Divorce 911. I'm your host today, Steve Parker. And guys, I'm going to be blessed today. I have got two of my favorite people in the room that really keep us all stuck together around here. Jerry P. Connor is a licensed professional counselor, and Dr. Deborah Wilder with the Center for Therapy and Mediation, and a real kind of heartfelt topic today, right, with how do I tell the kids? And we might get into a little bit of the when am I going to tell the kids too, I think falls into the how. And Jerry, I'm going to let you take the lead on this. I know we might need to talk about this for an hour or two, but if we can get it as narrow as quick as possible.
There are a lot of different ways to go about this. Number one is mom and dad need to sit down and talk to the kids together. This is often a plan, but doesn't always follow through. And then we have to, with another whole topic is damage control. What do you do when one partner hasn't followed through on what you decided?
Wow.
But decide what you're going to do. Don't be in the throes of divorce and then we're going to make up and then we're divorcing and then we're making up. Know that you're going to do so that you don't set the kids up to have to go through this more than once. That confuses them. It's hard enough for them anyhow. And then you there are two schools of thought. One says know when you're going to move and talk about it, and another says don't talk about that because it's too much for the kids. And neither one's a right decision, but it's something that you as a couple have to decide. Okay?
Okay. So how do you draw the line, right? How do you figure out which school of thought is better?
Right. I think whatever's going to do the least damage.
Right.
I think sharing too much information right off the bat is not necessarily the best thing. And when you talk to the kids, if you're talking together, you speak to the level of the youngest child when you have all the kids together, and then you may ask to speak, to the older kids with the youngest child not there.
Okay.
Once you talk to, all of them as a group. Certainly letting the kids know that it's not their fault, there's nothing that they did to bring on the divorce, and that there's nothing they can do to keep you together. Which is important. And as far as what Jerry, what you were, wondering about, or the two schools of thought, I would not necessarily recommend getting into too many details.
Right.
I think it's more important to let them know that they're going to be cared for, taken care of, and the parents are going to do everything they can to make sure that life is okay and good and with the least amount of changes, rather than getting into what those changes may be, because having to deal with mom and dad, or mom and mom, or dad and dad getting divorced, that's so much already.
And one thing I don't think parents remember to take into account is understanding the development of the child. The younger child needs to know they have a bed to sleep in, they're going to have food, their routine's going to be the same. Teenagers might want to know details, and all you have to say is this is a problem between mommy and daddy, and we are working on it. They don't need details.
That's where my head was with this, as we're role playing a little bit these timelines. The younger the children, I'm sure it's really, really tough and sad there for a while, right? Just, but why, and the questions, and maybe an older person's going to say, okay, I kind of saw this coming, right? But the little guys are going to take it harder, I would think, right?
I think a general rule of thumb is the kids are going to do as well as you do, and if you do well, they're going to do well. If you fall apart in front of them, they're going to have a harder time.
That's very true. One thing I want to add as far as information sharing, I don't think it's a question of information. It's more, if a child asks, why are you and daddy getting a divorce, I think, as you said, Jerry, this is an issue between us. But to acknowledge they're really not looking for information, they want you to know that they're sad and they're hurting. So to let them know, I know that this is sad, I know this hurts. That's more of, I think, what they need rather than information.
So another way to say the same thing is validate their feelings. Let them feel whatever they need to feel, and let them be with it, and let them know that you're going to be there for them.
The parents are, or have been up to this point, and are more than likely very contentious with each other. There's lines in the sand and this and that, and we've had some professionals hired, and my attorney and your attorney and my counsel. So they are used to this, and I'm sure at this very moment that this is going to happen. It's that's gotta go all the way to the side, and let's make sure that, we're here for the children right now at this moment to show them what the future looks like.
Well, the sad truth is, very often the parents are madder at each other than they care about the welfare of the child, and we have to put that aside. And again, a topic for another day is damage control when one parent's not able to do that or chooses not to do that.
That's sad. That's just wrong.
It
Yeah,
is.
that makes me angry.
Well, it keeps us in business.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and the kids are the collateral damage,
Right.
which is,
Wow.
yeah, when
And
the
sometimes-
conflict is too bad, it's too high, as you said, Jerry, before, the level of conflict can pretty easily predict the well-being of the kids. And the lower the level of the conflict, the better the kids stand. Your chances are of kind of making it through as
Right.
healthy as they can.
Folks, I think just the earth shaked, the room shook when the kids are the collateral damage, right? I mean, by all means, okay? So you need to really give this a lot of thought. You need to reach out to the professionals, talk with Jerry P. Connor, talk with Dr. Deborah Wilder, Center for Therapy and Mediation. I'm going to sum it up with, I think the best way is the kids are going to do as well as you are in this
Right.
process, right? So reach out to some help. Questions, comments, subscribe down below, and we certainly look forward to more conversation. I think damage control is going to be soon on the playlist with us. So thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all take care.